The rise of emoji. Hello and welcome to 6 Minute English, the show that brings you an interesting subject oriented lesson in racist and 6 new items of vocabulary. I'm Dan. And I'm new. We'll be discussing the rise of those little rabbits we call emojis and emoticons. I think emojis are a vital tool for communication and actually, they are not that new either. Oh, really? Well, that's the perfect opportunity to ask this quiz question. When was the first emotion used? Was it A. Sitting or sit? B. 1862? C. 1982? It must be 1982. I go with C. We'll find out if you're right and wrong later in the program. I think we should clear one thing up before we go any further. What's the difference between an emotion and an emoji? Good point. Emoticons come first. They are the image made using normal case on a keyboard, usually punctuation, letter, and numbers. For example, a colon two dots followed by the curved line of plus brackets is a smiley face, something you use in way to many of your emails. Well, thanks. Whereas an emoji is something completely different. It's an auto image. It could be a simple yellow smiley face, or something like a dancing lady, or even a bowl of noodles. Ah yes, on this little image we had in our phones, but you're hard to convince. Why do people use them so much? Well, let's listen to Professor. What events he wrote a book called The Emoji Code. They enable us to address emotion and empathy in digital communication. In recently, what we're finding is that digital communication is taking over from certain aspects of face-to-face interaction. In the UK today, for example, adults spend 22 hours online on average each week. One of the reasons emojis are so interesting is that they really do enable us to address our emotional selves much more effectively. Okay, so he used a very useful word. Empathy is mean the ability to show you understand someone else's feeling. Okay, help me more then. Yes, I think an emotion can show you understand and address emotion and show empathy more clearly in digital communication. We lack the visual signals we had in face-to-face interaction, as he says. Interaction means when people or things communicate with each other. We can also interact with things like machines, computers, and social media. Yes, Professor Evans says 16% of information when we're talking to each other come from non-verbal cues. Wow, that's a lot. A cue is a signal that you need to do something. For example, an actor will on stage after their cue. And non-verbal means without using spoken language. So here in the studio, there are a lot of other non-verbal signals about how we're feeling non-verbal cues. For example, my facial expression, my body language, they look in my eyes, then there's blink, a bright in there somewhere new. Okay, so let's apply this to digital communication image. I send you a text saying I hit my finger with a hammer. How would you respond? Well, it depends. Did you hurt yourself badly? If I follow it with a sad face emoji then I guess I know you hurt yourself, poor you. But if I follow it with a loudy emoji, the one with the tears coming out, because I'm loud so much, then I probably reply saying how stupid and clumsy you are. Exactly. Without adding emoji, it's hard to know my emotional state. The emoji is the non-verbal cue imply my facial expression. By the way, is there an emoji meaning lumpy? Lumpy means physically awkward. Someone who lumpy one over a lot and rough things. Anyway, you were saying emoticons aren't as new as I think. Yet I asked when they was invented. Is it A, sitting or six, B, 1862 or C, 1982? I said 1982, where in fact a Whitney Smith Abraham Lincoln printed its newspaper as far back as 1862 in Lou, a seeming column with a blow breaker like winking fire exactly how people think this word sadly just a typographical error or what we normally call a typo. A typo, a spelling method made when typing too fast or carelessly. The official birth of emoticons is usually driven as 1982 when the US professor instructed his students to use smiley face to indicate trust in the digital communication. Wow, so they're over 30 years old. Maybe I should start using them. Let's browse up with another look at today's words. Sure, the fourth word we had was empathy. Do you have a lot of empathy new? Yes, I think I'm quite good at understanding other people's feelings. My friend tell me that anyway it's important to empathize with your college too. That's not what I saw in your eyes. Yes, empathy is an important part of human interaction. Nearly done. If two people interact, it means they communicate with each other. And the art to each other is a relative broad term. We could also talk about how the way children interact with the internet. When too much, net up we have non-verbal meaning with our spoken language. When I first traveled to Poland, I used a lot of non-verbal communication to get my message across. Hand movements, counting with finger, things like that. Network done. Network that is my cue to say. The network which is in fact Q. A cue is signal to do something. A commander could give the officer a cue to attack. Or I could give you a cue to sing a song. No thanks. I stick with defining words. Thank you, like lumpy meaning physically at work. I had to say, then you are a sporty guy, a talented footballer. You're not lumpy at all. That's what I told until broke my leg after a lumpy opponent ran into me. Finally we had fight. No, hang on, that's not right. It should say fight. A type is method in a written document or digital file or message. Always check your briefs for typos before reading them new. And that's the end of today's minute. Please join us again soon. And we are social media to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. See you there. Bye. Bye.